Hey guys, this is Frame LA Life on steemit.com, and you are watching my first video episode of How to Jiu-Jitsu. This is episode 5, the top 5 solo drills anyone can do in their living room. We are going to start off with leg circles. I do apologize, I have to do a voiceover on this video because there was a private lesson from one of the instructors going on at the time that I was filming these drills. So I'm going to go back and do a voiceover and kind of talk my way through what you're seeing here on the screen. I will start off with circling the legs. As you can see, I started off with a single leg just to get the rotation both inside and outside. And then you start to combine both legs. And as you circle, your legs follow each other. You can see the rotation you can change up. Whenever you start to get that fluid movement, you'll notice that it loosens up the hip area. As the hips loosen up, you start to turn from the hip. You can see my elbows from the inside. I somewhat keep my hands together, and as my hips rotate, I'm keeping my shoulders off of the mat, keeping my core tight, and I'm rotating my legs, and they're following each other. We'll switch to the side view. You can see I'm doing the same movement as what we was doing from the front view. Keep your shoulders and your neck off the mat. Simply rotate the legs from the outside towards the inside. Okay, the next movement is shrimping. This is going to be shown from the side view first. You can see my right leg. The foot is up, or the knee is up, the foot is firmly into the ground. I use my left shoulder as an anchor point and my right foot as an anchor point. You lightly lift your hips up and you push your hips and butt away. As you do this, you lean forward and you're almost reaching from your arms to the toe. Now from the opposite side, you can get a better view of what the hip movement is doing. So as the one foot anchors into the floor, the opposite shoulder anchors into the floor, you gently lift up and push the hips out and away. You keep that anchor foot into the floor, and you can dig your heel into the floor and pull yourself back through to straighten up. We'll switch it up again. And now you can see as I alternate both right and left. And all you're doing is you're simply using this movement to move your body out and away to create space. Okay, and now we'll see the front side view from this. It gives you a little bit better view of how the feet and the hips work together. So now alternate my left foot to the floor, my right shoulders to the floor. Those are where you put the pressure of the weight. You gently lift your hips, push them out and away, and you reach your fingers to your toe. This can be tricky at first. It takes a little bit of practice, but once you get used to it, you'll be able to alternate back and forth. Next we move on to bridging side to side. This is the side view. You can see I have my feet firmly against the mat, neck and shoulders off the floor. You drive your hips upwards. A lot of times when they drill this in high school and college wrestling, the neck and shoulders are on the mat, but in Jiu-Jitsu we actually keep the neck and shoulders up. Now you can see from the side view I pull my heels in towards my butt, as closest to my butt as I can get them. I drive the hips up, and then I rotate left and right, side to side. Rotate to the shoulder, the opposite hand reaches across. If you think about this from a clock view, all I'm doing is I'm reaching my shoulders. If my head is midnight, 12 a.m., all I'm doing is reaching the opposite side to 11 and 1. I think most people are familiar with what bridges look like, but when you add this movement in and reach from side to side, it definitely gives you some mobility. Here it is from the front view. You can see I pull my my heels all the way to my butt. I keep the pressure on my shoulders, keep my head and neck off the ground. As I drive my hips up, I'll take my right hand and reach it across to 1. I'll drive up, drive my left hand across to 11, drive up to 1. Now we're going to move on to the technical get up. First I'm going to show the get up itself, and then you'll see me rocker back and forth on my spine and my back. So this is the same position as the shrimping. One leg will be up, the other one will be straight down. Use one foot as an anchor, the opposite hand as an anchor. Then you can start to get the rockering. You come completely standing, you go back down into base, you sit through, you rock backwards, you set up your legs. And that is the technical get up. Now we're going to do front rollouts from the knees. This is the front view. My right hand reaches through in between the legs. You can see on that first roll I was a little bit sideways. So I'm going to reset. I'll sit down on my shins and knees. My butt goes all the way back to my heels. Take my right hand and dip it through. And as you come up and set up, you'll sit up into a combat base position. Right through the legs. Set up, my right leg is up to my foot, my left leg is down on the mat. You can alternate this as well. Right hand through, roll over. Have my butt back to my heels. I'll try the left hand this time. The left hand goes through the legs. The right hand goes rotating over the shoulder to the mat. Tuck your head. As you sit up, your left leg comes your heel to the floor. The right leg and shin is on the mat. My butt all the way back to my heels. Left hand hits to the legs. Right hand goes over the shoulder. Come up with my left foot on the mat, my left foot on the mat, my right leg on the mat.